Good evening, guys. It's came out of nowhere. I've been collecting parts for a minute to really do a front end renovation on this here Civic. So Kevin, the guy who's been doing the nice fabulous welds on some of the exhaust components we've had on before, has kindly opened his garage up to me again, and we're going to be fixing this front end. We're taking the old core support off. We're going to do some different stuff in the front, but it's just going to be all around just a better driving car. I'll highlight more about, you know, what we're going to do to it as I do it. I honestly though, but the first step is I got to get to my Uncle Pete's. I got to get a container to drain radiator fluid through, into whatever, through, like it could go through a portal, I guess. But we got to get the drain pan for that. That's the only thing that I think that I was really missing. We got most of the tools, we have all the materials. Should have all the materials, you know how that goes. I definitely know how that goes, so. But I'm excited because it's nice out this evening. We'll get probably the front end removed this evening. Music. We'll get a front end probably removed mostly this evening, and then followed by some rest. And in the morning we'll get the actual welding done and finished up, and the whole front end put on back together, and we'll be back with, I mean, mismatched paint wise, but at least the front end will be straight. So that's what I'm excited for. So yeah, this is your first time to the channel, make sure you sub, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment below if you have any questions, if I miss anything, because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of stuff here onto the Civic in the front end. I'm not sure I'm going to break it down, so if I miss anything, if you don't see anything on camera and you're like, hey, how did you do this, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But yeah, stay tuned. Let's get this drain pan first.
Kill Austin.
See, when I tell you about this pain that I've been feeling, all the keys, that's the car that I've been dealing. Angels in the sky gon' take it all away. Easy living fly, don't take the heart away. Came up from the bottom, I was too hard. Grass ain't always green up in the backyard. I've been showing too much love, I got a cold heart. You can do whatever, cause I'ma still go for it. Trying to take your chance, but I'm ready for war. Got a lot of scars, but I'm ready for more. Tore up for granted, put it in a casket, gave it to a killer, and I don't understand it. So pull me up, I'll forget about it. I'ma be good, cause I'm doing this shit. Now I'm balling, ain't no falling. Looking at my phone, and I see you been calling. When I dealt the cards, I was going all in. You folded on me, you gotta understand that. When I tell you about this pain that I've been feeling.
So the next morning, we didn't make it as far as we wanted. Basically all we really got done is the old core support removed. Got this kind of mocked up where everything should be. Really the Gordobuilt was just getting these attached, and everything else looks like it falls into place. You have to drill these holes out. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna make sure everything's lined up first before we drill those holes. So this morning I'm gonna put the fenders back on and the headlights in and see how everything lines up with this front end, and go from there. Today we're probably not gonna get to the condenser, which sucks because I have a kit from Hybrid that's ready to rock and roll that I need to be installing. But considering lack of time, it's Sunday morning and I need to be to work this week. We're gonna work on getting it just running again at this point. And I think it's definitely doable today. It's just more of fighting with the heat. It's gonna suck because it's gonna be hot. Probably about half an hour, 40 minutes, we're gonna be drenched. And so it's only gonna get worse. But I'm kind of bummed. I wish I had better footage. Didn't record as much as I wanted to last night. And well, we'll see how it works out. CSF. High quality package right here. I'm telling you, this thing is sick, and I'm very impressed with how this, this unit came to me from the factory. So I'm pretty stoked to be using this thing, man. But so far we've got our grommets down here, some metal. We've got to figure out how we want to attach this to the bar, traction bar, and lining everything up so it fits. And also, so I'd like to the condenser, man, back to that condenser.
All the keys, that's the car that I've been dealing. Angels in the sky, gon' take it all the way. Easy living fly, don't take the hard away. Came up from the bottom, but we're too hard. Crashing on his screen up in the backyard. I've been showing too much love, I got a cold heart. You can do whatever, cause I'ma still go for it.
Lost the old me, I got a new heart. 2 years down the road, went too far. I've been graduated, but it's so hard. Fell too many times, I'm so scarred. Pain built up so fast, let's take it slow. Baby, let's take it slow. On the same road too long, where else to go?
This is where we're at. We're getting this bar mounted across here for mounting the radiator in on top. Kevin's got an idea in mind. He's been leading the project so far, and we're gonna finish this up. I got like, well, 7 minutes of recording time left for this project, and I'm kind of bummed because I could have got the best stuff, but I'm missing it all. So this is where we're at.
Let me tell you the story about.
When I tell you about this pain that I've been feeling. All the keys, that's the car that I've been dealing. Angels in the sky, gon' take it all the way. Easy living fly, don't take the hard away.
Man, definitely a sight to see from the last time we had this going like this. First start with everything in here, and it's starting to clean up, man. It's looking really clean. I gotta get a screw from the house I don't have, so this hammer's not put back on. We also don't have the plastic connector that goes to that light, so I'm gonna have to locate that. I think it's somewhere in the car, but yeah, man, hood pins are on. Burping the radiator, got everything welded. It's looking pretty good, guys. Exciting. Man, what an abrupt stop to a installation. Should have bought another memory card, not gonna lie. Kind of pissed. Went through the footage of what I recorded and what I hadn't recorded. I was being smart with my recording time because like I said, I had about 7 minutes of recording time left. And when I got home to finish editing and post, I wasn't happy with the installation of the radiator to this setup, so I'm just gonna talk about it. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about it. We're gonna go over the final product here, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm really thankful for Kevin coming through and letting me use his spot and having him, and I'm thankful that he was able to weld this and put this little adapter, or this little radiator support slash bracket, not radiator support, sorry, I don't want to misconstrue the, I just want to make sure that he gets his credit, and he gets his credit, because Gordobuilt did a great job on the actual upper core support. He's got it jigged up and it looks like it did pretty well. The only thing that I have question with is like, if this is like why there's so much space here, but I mean, everything looks lined up, so I'm not going to question it too hard, and I'm sure it's for with good reason, or maybe I just need to like hit it with a hammer, but I'm not going to do that because everything's secure. With the actual radiator tie down, what we did is we actually used we have bolted in essentially. You don't have to weld to the Gordobuilt at all, so I'm gonna have to take all that apart at some point and paint it in the future, like, because you can already tell this is getting surface rust just from the elements from me washing the car, so my bad. But really happy with how the Gordobuilt core support along with Kevin's work turned out in terms of getting that radiator mounted. It just looks really good. One thing I could do is get some better hardware. This is what we had at hand at Kevin's in the thread pitch that we needed, and this is what we're going to use, but I'd like to get something black and a little bit less, I guess, gaudy, if you will. That head's pretty large, and it's really overkill for what these parts are. So I'd like to return those to him so he can use those hardware. His hardware is good hardware at the end of the day. It's just not for what I need. And then we have our Certifit fender on over here, and it's looking good. Along with, these are some Amazon Ambers. I bought Password JDM ones for like 150 bucks, probably right when I got the car, and they look great. They look great. You can definitely tell the quality differences. Big Beetle spooked me. You can definitely tell the quality differences, but for 150 bucks versus 25 bucks, what are you doing? You get this guy? You getting this guy? It's fucking Beetle, bro. Overall, it looks really good. Really happy with the turnout. Got a lot of space for that intercooler, the sheepy built that I picked up in there. We were able to reuse the core support, not the core support, the actual fucking beam. So, you know, I was worried that I wasn't gonna be able to use that for some reason. And everything lined up with this pretty well. And in terms of, oh, so we gotta go over the solution with the, I don't know if I can get it in there, radiator. Oh. But essentially, we have the studs drilled, holes drilled, damn it, for the studs for the radiator. And I'm gonna get you fishy out right here. We also have some grommets on there to kind of reduce the vibration. I'm a little concerned with it. We'll see how it goes, but I mean, I don't know what issues would happen to arise, because you got a stiff frame down there, because obviously the traction bar is a unit, as you can see, and then we have the radiator mounted directly to it. It's just a lot of vibrations from the chassis to go into this, and I don't know that those grommets are enough to stop the vibrations, or if that's gonna be anything, or if stuff will loosen apart. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. Probably overthinking it, typical. The only thing that I hadn't done actually is I have this center brace down here with the full race. This is, I believe, the drag setup for the K series Kswap, and I didn't get that one in there because it's kind of misleading, because in the directions it says, I know it says on the lower control arm, so it probably doesn't apply to the motor mount, but it says to keep them horizontal to the actual so just when you want to be horizontal with the lower control arm. And I don't know that I can show that because my car's not jacked up. I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing it. It's just not doing it. But then it's also on the directions on the full race website, so if you ever are inclined and you're interested in getting rid of most of the wheel hop, because man, this car after this is a whole different driving car. This thing just it's in the precipice of becoming something. I tell you what, because from the start of this car, when I started working on it with the D16 Z6, the car that I bought from Flagstaff, Arizona, that shouldn't have been on the road, it's not that car anymore, man. It really isn't. And these cars have a bad rep. I used to be a huge Subi fan. Well, I am still a Subi fan. Come on. Well, I am. But I know the reliability issues. I know their issues. All that. And this thing has been a workhorse for me, man. It's been getting me to work. Smiles per gallon are great. Thing smacks. It's just a fun car. Parts are cheap. It's looking greater and greater every time I work on it. And I'm just really thankful for everyone that's kind of been supporting me with this channel and the project and getting through this. So this is a big hurdle for me, because this was really dragging me down, man. The dash, the front end being smashed in like that, it's hard to drive this car around out here, because I don't want to look like a tweaker more than I already do, apparently. These guys right here are far too loose. Obviously they need to be tightened down, and I need to get that sealant or Loctite on there that they provide you from the Quick Latch folks. But this is a Quick Latch 38, and they look pretty good on the hood. The Certifit hood itself needs to be primed and painted pretty soon. It's gonna start rusting because you can tell it's already lost. It's fucking most of its whatever primer they put on there. This is like what they look like from out the box. I just unboxed this a week ago, and this is like after a few months of driving around hoopty life. So man, but just you take a step back and you see the picture start, you know, coming together, and it's nice, man. It's rewarding. It's very rewarding, especially with all you guys continuing to support me. I mean, it's Dope. Wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate it. So if you haven't subbed, I would appreciate it if you did sub. If you had subbed, thank you for watching. Thanks for continuing to watch. I promise you, we're gonna have some good content in the future with the Civic. As also with the Subaru, I have some content I have to do. Not near as much as with the Civic, but we're working on it. Finances per usual. But thanks for sticking around, boys. See you next time.
Destiny's written like scriptures, that's on God. Real ones only in my pictures, that's the law. 2020, this my vision, this what I saw. Love ain't no mission, so I will not fall. I will not fall. This is my call.